My name is Dale Ward, and I wrote a 30,000-word thesis about how Michael Myers from the Halloween movies is a Zen master. I called it Zen and the Art of Halloween, an analysis of Zen master Michael Myers. This video is the epilogue of my thesis, and these are some of my Halloween paintings that will be appearing in the background. So let's get into the epilogue. Anything can be a teacher of Zen Buddhism. My teacher just happens to be a serial killer named Michael Myers. That's why every Halloween I follow in the footsteps of my Zen master. Quite literally. I walk around and stalk my entire neighborhood every October 31st. And sometimes other random nights in October as well. I call it my Master Michael Myers meandering. And in 2015, I was arrested for it. The boogeyman would be so proud of me. Furthermore, I too stalk the neighborhood that I grew up in, just like Michael Myers. And I even dress like him. I wear a similar emotionless white mask and the same bloody kessa. Becoming the boogeyman every year helped me realize that the shape is shunyata, the void. I can actually feel that voidness every time I put on my Halloween face of empty nothingness and stalk the streets. And I honestly think that I see opportunities to scare people in the same way that Michael Myers sees opportunities to kill people. There is no plan or anticipation. We both just walk until a random person crosses our path. When I go stalking on Halloween, I have no thoughts of who I am or who I will scare or how I will scare them. In fact, I have no thoughts whatsoever. As a result, every Halloween I feel peaceful and empty. I just am, I just do, and I just scare whoever is there. In other words, I feel enlightened every Halloween night. My master gave me that. However, I have not mastered it the way the boogeyman has, because when I'm doing my Halloween kinhin, I often think too much about how little I'm thinking. I also think too much about how much more Master Michael Myers has mastered meditation than me, and how admirable and impressive he is. That being said, even though I'm not a master, when I walk around and scare the hell out of people on October 31st, I'm sharing Halloween enlightenment, just like the shape does. Because when people are scared, they can't think or plan or stress. They just are. Terrified. So I literally scare the thoughts out of people every Halloween, and thoughtlessness is a heavenly experience. In other words, when I scare the hell out of people, I'm also putting heaven into them. That is my gift, my lesson, my treat and trick to anyone who happens to cross my path. That's how I share Michael's gift, because scaring is sharing. The Halloween lessons of Zen. And since I'm teaching a very valuable lesson every year, that makes me a teacher of Halloween Zen, just like the boogeyman. These are some of the many reasons why I have a giant smile under my mask every Halloween, which I highly doubt Michael Myers has, but who knows? This thesis was a humorous analysis of the connections I see between Michael Myers and Zen, but it was also meant to be a very brief and superficial introduction to Zen and Buddhism in general. So if you are actually interested in Buddhism, be sure to take this thesis with a grain of entertaining salt and study from an actual professor of Buddhism. Or even better, study under a real Zen master or monk in a monastery. Because I am not enlightened, if you couldn't tell. Nor am I even very knowledgeable. I am a comedian and an artiste. On top of that, this thesis is composed of words that say enlightenment is not about words, and therefore these words clearly do not bring enlightenment. In other words, I have words, humor, art, and this thesis, but I do not have enlightenment. At some point, I hope to get rid of the horrific feeling of my illusory ego so I can obtain the elation that comes with enlightenment. It is said that such an experience is like the horror of stepping on a venomous snake and then the elation of looking down and seeing that it was just a rope. Or in Halloween Zen terms, I imagine it's like the horror of watching Michael Myers kill everyone, and then the elation of Halloween ending. And walking out of the movie theater. This thesis is about a fictional serial killer from the Hollywood movie franchise called Halloween and how he is a Zen master. What about this implies that it's serious? Happy Halloween! Similarly, the shapes... Whoa. This is how I share Michael's gift. Scaring is sharing. Michael's gift. Scaring. Scaring is sharing. The shapes lessons of Dharma. I'm a Halloween master, just like the boogeyman. I am a Halloween master, just like the boogeyman. In the name of Michael Myers, the boogeyman, the shape, Loomis. Ah! Don't you think we can refer to it as him? Well, don't you? Oh, doctor!